Four new movies to let you know about today in Real Talk, including a dramatic movie starring Kevin Hart, of all people. Movie reviewer Greg Russell is back with us once again. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Jason, good to see you as always.
Let's get it started with a look at the movie Fatherhood, which is a much more dramatic role for Kevin Hart than what we're used to seeing him in.
Right, he plays a single father who is raising his young daughter. Now, despite the fact his family is trying to convince him to move in with them, he wants to do this on his own just to prove, that a father can raise a young daughter. I do believe we have a clip.
I need help. I need the crying to stop. How do I make the crying stop?
Okay. My oldest had colic for the first couple of months.
What's colic?
It's when babies cry for hours on end without any reason to feel like your eyes are about to pop out.
I gave the baby colic.
No, that's not how colic works.
It's because I'm not washing my hands and I'm just touching the baby, and that's how I gave the baby colic, probably.
You don't give a baby colic. It's more of a digestive thing.
That's a relief.
What can you tell us about this one?
Well, from what I've heard, like you said, yeah, it's definitely more like a dramedy, kind of like the movie that he did with Bryan Cranston a few years back, where, it does have, of course, its serious side. But yeah, it's Kevin just trying to show, what being a father is all about, and perfect timing since it is Father's Day weekend.
Next up is a documentary about an Oscar winner who we've had in studio with us on Live in the D, Rita Moreno.
Yeah, it's a movie, like you said, about her life and really just about all the things that went on in Hollywood 60 years ago that kind of held her back a little bit from doing other projects. I did get to talk with her, and here's what Rita had to say. I think the one thing that really kind of even stuck out in the beginning was just you talking about the roles that were presented to you, when you first got into Hollywood.
A Pacific Island person, an American Indian girl, an Egyptian girl. They all had to have dark makeup.
And then, even moving forward, like you said, with the success of West Side Story, you would have thought after that, everything would have just woof.
On the contrary, isn't that crazy? Right after I got the Oscar and I got the Golden Globe, which, by the way, was a very important award then.
Right.
It's changed, I know, but it was very important then. And I thought, wow, okay, finally I'll get some good parts. I ended up turning down lots of gang movies on a lesser scale.
Right.
And what I call coffee pourers, Café Bustelo. And then what happened, tell me about that. Oh my goodness, that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, I have the Oscar now. I have the Golden Globe. I am not going to accept any more of those kinds of roles. And boy, I showed them. I didn't do a movie for 7 years.
Wow.
Broke my heart.
Yeah.
Broke my heart. I then did a lot of theater and summer stock, which is theater also, and that kind of stuff. I did television, but I sure as hell could not get arrested in movies.
You can tell us that she's still a pistol. How many reels for this?
A 4, definite 4. I mean, it's really great just to hear about the history and also to see how much things have changed.
Up next, we have the new movie from Disney Pixar, so this will likely make you cry. Like every other Pixar movie. Here is a clip, Greg, of Luca.
Oh, that photo's a fake, Papa. Everyone in Porto Rosso pretends to believe in sea monsters.
Well, I'm not pretending.
What's the buzz on this one?
Like you said, it's a nice family movie. It's all about Luca, who is living now on the Italian Riviera, but he's got a big secret, and I think you can see what it is, from the clips, where he is not what he always appears to be, but he tries to keep that hidden from his friends. And some of the people who had the opportunity to see it did say, yes, you will have, as you said, the Pixar tier.
Okay, finally, we have a movie called The Sparks Brothers. What's this about?
This is a great documentary about this real band called Sparks, and they started in the late 60s. They're still playing today, but they're like one of the greatest bands you never heard of. Edgar Wright, the guy who brought you Shaun of the Dead, decided to do the documentary on these two brothers and had a chance to talk with them, and I think you'll find their stuff fascinating. Here we go. But after I got done watching it, I started finding their songs on YouTube. Just to listen to and even get more in with it.
It's funny you mentioned YouTube because I find sometimes that I was when I was, as a Sparks fan, you start to become like an evangelist for the band. And then there were like times before I made the documentary where, I had a friend over and we'd be just watching like Sparks clips on YouTube. And then I'd sort of think, it'd be great if all of these were in one place.
Or the end of this documentary should have just been both of you working like at an ice cream parlor, saying, we were done. Talk about just the, thing that just kept you guys going and still keeps you guys going. I mean, you're still out there doing your thing.
No, I think that was something that Edgar wanted to get across as part of his thesis, that Sparks' career trajectory isn't the typical one of most bands and the typical one in most music documentaries.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a big Beatles fan as well, just like you guys. And I'd always seen, of course, the video coming up. Well, I took pride in knowing who most of the people were. But then when there was one character, I kept thinking, oh, Paul McCartney must have made this up, or somebody. But then seeing that it's you who he, did it for or did it about, what was something like that like for you to see Paul McCartney is imitating me?
Oh, that was such an honor, and also just the fact that you did it so well.
Okay, what about this one? How many reels?
4. I think you'd really enjoy this, Jason. Kind of like
intrigued.
as you written all over it. Yeah. So check this one out for sure. And both of the movies, this and the Rita Moreno, are both in theaters. So there you go.
All right, Greg, you did it in 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Congratulations, buddy.
Right.
See you next week.
I'm going to go to Red Hots and get some hot dogs for
there
that.
You go.
There you go.
See you there.